A reading from American painter and television host Bob Ross. It's hard to see things when you're too close. Take a step back and look.
A reading from American singer-songwriter Brian McKnight. I just want people to take a deep breath and actually look at something with a different perspective, but most people will never do that. Here is the reading.
A reading from British writer and theologian C.S. Lewis. We all want progress, but progress means getting nearer to the place where you want to be. And if you have taken a wrong turning, then to go forward does not get you any nearer. If you are on the wrong road, progress means doing an about turn and walking back to the right road. And in that case, the person who turns back soonest is the most progressive person. We have all seen this when doing arithmetic. When I have started a sum the wrong way, the sooner I admit this and go back and start again, the faster I shall get on. There is nothing progressive about being pig-headed and refusing to admit a mistake. Here ends the reading.
Hi, my name is Ryan, or Junho as a lot of people call me, and welcome to my Chapel Talk. Have you ever blamed luck for a bad result? This might be a basketball game where you had the picture-perfect chance to make a buzzer beater but missed. Or in a science test where you knew how to solve the question but made a stupid mistake. To give my specific example, I always blame luck for an awful golf shot. All the usual that golfers emphasize with. The shank into the water, or a flop shot that lands into the bunker, or a putt that zooms 10 feet past the hole. What I recently realized is that most things that I blame for luck probably aren't related to luck at all. I just don't realize the mistakes that I'm making. As a new golf player, I always get a comment from people about how I am not rotating my body enough in a golf swing. The next time, I would consciously rotate, only to be told that I'm not doing it enough. After the fifth time hearing the same comment and consciously rotating more, although I pretend to listen, annoyance pretty much blocks any useful advice people have to give me, thinking that there must be something that the people giving advice must be missing, and I just write off the round as a round of bad luck. Yet, if anyone sees the big picture, it's easy to see why I often have bad luck. I simply don't go to the practice range. I should be on the practice range more and working towards getting consistent results with a good swing there in order to expect a consistent result, right? Golf requires both precision and accuracy, and those don't just come. It needs repetition, and I don't do that. So I shouldn't be blaming luck for a bad round of golf. I think I've gotten better since though. This example is pretty straightforward, but I think this applies to more complicated issues where the exact problem is probably much more difficult to identify. For example, take this situation. A person opened a new fish taco restaurant on a busy street and thinks everything from the exterior design to the interior design is perfect. Yet his restaurant doesn't have many customers. The most fruitless thought this owner can have is to think that he or she got unlucky, whether it be with the competition, etc. The problem of why isn't very clear, but there definitely is a big problem that is being overlooked, just like I was overlooking my golf issues. Perhaps it's that the population around doesn't like tacos, or if that's possible, or perhaps the taco sauce isn't very good. Whatever it may be, it's the owner's responsibility and job to identify and hopefully overcome the issue. Similarly, and more relatably, take college admissions. A student with good grades and good extracurriculars might think that he or she will get into a dream school, yet fail to do so. We often blame luck for the mostly unseen process, yet if we look at it in the parallel way to the restaurant or the golf example, there must be some mistake that is being overlooked, right? It may be that the admissions officer didn't like the essay, or the extracurriculars were actually mediocre. And whatever it may be, just as was with the restaurant, the most fruitless way to think is blame luck or the circumstance. Instead, look at what might have happened if you did something different, and if you have another opportunity to present yourself in the future, apply what you learned. And I believe that this also applies to life in the United States in general. Just to clarify, I'm not denying that there is an immense advantage to people in specific circumstances, for example, attending St. Mark's. What I am saying though is that there's at least one mistake or missed opportunity that is being overlooked by most people, especially in times like now where there's a lot of social unrest. I think taking a step back individually and working to solve these mistakes is a crucial step towards achieving what people want. So hopefully by now, those listening probably will get what I'm saying. For those who didn't listen, let me summarize. Most of the time, if something goes wrong in pretty much anything, there's at least one mistake that is being overlooked. Luck exists, but it only really exists in a minimal way, in a way that is predictable in most cases. So I recommend taking a step back when anything goes wrong and try to find what you have overlooked and try to make a change to beat any kind of bad luck that may be thrown at you. And lastly, shout out to the friend who inspired me to talk about this topic with the texts blaming his bad video games teammates for his losses. Thank you.